Hello, and welcome to the Wiretap Whisper Podcast, episode 23, presented by me, Sammy ASMR. If this is the first time you're watching or listening to the podcast, this is a creator-focused podcast series where I sit down with other ASMR creators in the community and I talk to them all about their channel, their personal life, and basically just everything in between. We normally film these in soft-spoken or whispered dialogue to basically try and keep it chill and relaxing like ASMR. But obviously it is an interview, so some of the time it can be get a little bit loud, but we'll try to keep it toned down for the most part. And today we are joined by the lovely ASMR Shanny.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Not a problem at all. So for those of you guys who are maybe watching who aren't familiar with Shanny and her content, I have a quick summary for you. So basically, as you probably just heard, Shanny is an American creator. She has currently, at the time of filming this, 117,000 subscribers on YouTube across 300 plus videos. So a lot of content there. And it'll be no surprise to you that she's been uploading now for just over 3 years on the platform. And if I was to kind of summarize Shanny and the style or the genre of ASMR that she produces, it's very role play focused. A big emphasis on the cinematic aspects of filming. And kind of, there's a lot of fantasy role plays in there, a lot of medical role plays in there. But there's also some non-role play personal attention videos you'll find on there as well. And on top of her accomplishments on YouTube, she also has 11,000 followers on Twitch. But that's basically a boring little summary that I have that kind of generalizes everything. And I'm sure Shanny is going to give a better one for you guys watching now. So, Shanny, who are you today?
Oh, who am I today? Well, I have a loving community that has really built me up over the years. So I would say now I am a strong, creative, fun-loving, adventurous role player in the ASMR community. I didn't start out that way. ASMR and YouTube as a whole has given me such a wonderful family or core community that has really built up my confidence and made me who I am today. So
Nice answer. I like that. She
thank
just
you.
came out swinging, guys. So, like I said at the start, if you're maybe not familiar with this podcast, the way it works is there's a past, a present, and a future section. There's a little bit of crossover in between, but basically for the most part, how it's going to work is we'll start with the past and make our way to the future. And yeah, when I say the past, we're kind of going all the way back to little Shanny. So like I said in
Oh,
this,
no.
like I said in the summary, you're from the US, right?
Yeah.
Was your childhood like in a small town or like a big city growing up? What was the situation there?
My town that I grew up in is such a weird mix because it is a small town per se. There's not a lot of like people in the town,
Mm-hmm.
but for some reason the high school, like the school was huge and we had like thousands of kids. So
Okay,
I don't know where these people were
just
coming from.
sprouting out of the ground.
Yeah, so it was like a weird mix. But uh it was kind of like a hard childhood, honestly, but I'm doing great now and the little town was really cute. So it was fun to grow up there. But
That's nice. That's crazy though. So was it just that like one high school? Is that probably everyone just went there and then maybe like there was like nearby villages and stuff, right?
yeah, we were in the United States, it's known as like a township. So it's not even like a city. It's just like a small little like
Okay.
I guess like a little
Oh,
area.
I'm used to that
But
where I
yeah,
live. Yeah.
yeah, but they like basically like I guess people from like all over the cities around us kind of came into this school, and that's why it was such a big high school. And it was a nice high school. Like it was very big and but yeah, my little town was very small.
Like, so what are your like earliest memories of growing up? Like, there's anything that stands out that was like, oh, I remember that, and like it's a good time.
Oh, that is a good time. Well, my little town was a Victorian town, so
Oh,
like a
wow.
bunch of like little Victorian houses and stuff.
Okay.
So every year they did the Victorian Festival. And that was like all the rage. So everyone would go down there, everyone would dress up. They had like activities, people would play like Victorian baseball. They had like the Victorian houses set up, and people would dress up and everyone would pretend they were Victorian. That's the
I
thing I
like
remember.
I like the like aesthetic that I'm imagining there. That's weird.
I have pictures.
Was this? Obviously, you don't need to name like locations and stuff, but is this on like the? Is this like an East Coast town?
Yes, yes, yes. Everyone knows I'm from Michigan, so it's okay.
Oh, okay,
But
that's good then. Because I was thinking, because I've been to America myself, both like West Coast and East Coast, and I was like, okay, sounds like something that would be on the East Coast for sure.
very.
Like what kind of things were you into as a kid? Like I can kind of imagine, right? But like, can you tell the people watching and listening what was little Shanny into?
It's so funny because a lot of the stuff I was into you wouldn't expect, because I was a little tomboy.
Oh, okay.
And I was really into baseball. I was a cheerleader my whole life. Music, I played guitar, I sang. Um, I let's see, what else was I into? A lot of stuff like that. Like all of my favorite toys, I liked cars, a lot of car stuff. So, and Halloween. Oh, anything spooky.
Okay.
Love spooky
So that's
stuff.
definitely transitioned into adult life.
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
Nice. Did you know, like, I think you got like, I mean, I remember like as a kid, or like maybe like once you start getting into like your teenagers, you get like teachers and other adults, and they're like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? Did you know, like, did you have like a job in mind? Because some people say an astronaut or a firefighter. What did you want?
I
What did little
wanted
Shauna want to be?
a singer and an actress.
Okay,
I
yeah.
did. And so it kind of funny. That and a marine biologist. It was one of the
That's a
three.
common one, marine biologist.
Yeah. So those were the three I liked.
Nice. So, like, was that like your passions as well as a kid? Like, because you said singing and acting, right? We always were that kid that was always singing.
Always. Anytime there was karaoke in the car, loud and out of tune. And then it was so funny. One of the funniest stories that ever happened, like where I got into acting, I think I was like 7, and my mom went to our city hall for like some kind of like town meeting or something, and she left us alone in the lobby. I was 7 years old, left me alone in the lobby while she went into
Wow.
this meeting, and they were having play auditions, and these people had been practicing this play for like weeks to audition. And I walked up and I was like, can I audition? And they were like, well, if you can learn it. And they handed me the song, and they put me in a room with the piano teacher, and I learned it in like 5 minutes, and I auditioned, and then I found out a week later I got the part.
Wow.
So that was really
So
cool.
how old are you again? Sorry.
I was like 7. I filled out my whole application in crayon. It was really funny.
What
I'll
the-
never forget it.
that's amazing. So, like, did that passion for like probably like theater and singing and all that jazz, did that like translate into something that you did at college as well? Like, did you go to college and get a degree?
I did. So it went into high school. I was in drama club and improv club, and I actually got recruited for the improv team from one of my classes. They saw me, and so they had me join the team. And then I went to college for communications because I got a degree in radio broadcasting. But I did have acting classes and stuff like that, and did all of that in college too.
Okay,
So
nice. Wow. So, I'm trying to get like obviously timeline. I'm guessing you're doing like this full time, right?
yes, this is
At the
now
minute.
full time. That started last year. So
Right. Did you like, so from finishing college, did you have like a kind of like a job or like a field of work that you got involved with? Like what was the transition
well,
there?
not really, because I've always been self-conscious. Even though I like doing stuff like this, I always get kind of shy. So when I graduated, I didn't radio broadcasting, you have to like go into being an intern and such. And I didn't really want to be an intern and not get paid and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So I also went to school after that for cosmetology.
All
And
right.
so
Okay.
yeah, so I have a license in doing like hair and makeup.
I've seen that
And
on
I
your stories for sure. Yeah.
Yes. And I started doing hair at some salons and makeup. And I did some films for that. I like special effects makeup. So I did some like special effects makeup and some short films around here. And then after that, um, once I like moved into my new house and all that, I was at home more. I was doing IT work at
Right.
my house because for whatever reason I fell into an IT job for Google.
Wow.
And I
Okay.
was yeah, and I was working out of my house and I was bored and I wanted a hobby. And I had wanted to start a YouTube channel my whole life, but didn't know what. And was afraid people would find it from like high school and like make fun of me. So I didn't do it for like years, even though I wanted to. And then I decided I liked ASMR. And so I decided to make one, and that's kind of how I fell into it.
Wow. So I'm getting like the full picture here. So like it starts with like, the creative side with the singing and the acting, and then you've got your makeup and your effects, and then like you combine that with like the IT. It was just like ASMR. That's how it that's how it came
It
about.
just kind of rolled in there. Yeah.
I like it. That's nice. It's like this is like perfect story. Um I kind of know some of the answers to these next ones, but maybe for the people who don't, you have your own little family, right? Are you married? Do you have kids? What's happening there?
I I am. So I am married. I've been married for 5 years. We've been together for 10 years this year.
Nice.
Yeah. His name is Zach. He actually graduated with a film degree.
Oh, there we go.
So we're our whole little package, and I
Yeah.
love it. I do all the audio stuff. He does all the visual stuff. So it works out.
Did
And then go ahead.
did you guys meet in like high school or?
College. It's a funny story.
Oh.
I was dating someone else, long story short, and we broke up and I was sad, went to visit friends in California, came back and had to make up the classes I missed, and he happened to be in one of those makeup classes.
Wow.
That's how I met him.
It's funny how
But
fate works, isn't it?
I that's what I say, like, if it wasn't for, me going over there and all that, I would have never have met him.
No.
But we do have 2 boys, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. So
Wow. That's what I thought. Like I knew you had the one that was running around, but I wasn't sure if you just had another one.
no, they're both so spunky, so outgoing.
So what's that? Well, I mean, what's that like being like a creator that's primarily at home, especially like doing ASMR, right? Because it's got to be quiet. It's like, is that a challenge? Like, what type of challenges do you face there?
It's so cool. So starting out, I literally started this as like a hobby because I had a kid and I was bored and stuck at home all the time doing IT work. So that's how it started. And yeah, they're just like they're loud. So I would get like no sleep. So I would wait till they fell asleep and I would film until like 2 a.m. And then we would edit, and that's how it started. But now we've kind of figured out a process, and
Right.
we make like a schedule now, like a month in advance. So I can get everything,
That's so
film
good.
when they're sleeping and make sure I'm getting sleep now. So it's all about doing it when they're asleep.
Yeah, I mean, you're like too busy putting other people to sleep. You got to make sure you're getting the sleep as well, Shani. Like,
Right. I was going with no sleep for a while.
I honestly, I've like talked to a couple of people now, and like some of them are the same, just like staying up till like 2, 3 a.m., just editing videos, filming videos, whatever it is. It's like respect the grind though, 100%.
It was
Um,
really hard when I was doing it full time with IT work too. I'm glad I don't do that anymore.
yeah, I can imagine. No, for sure. Um, because obviously when I do these podcasts, I do a bit of research into the guest, and the thing I noticed was you'd started your YouTube account in 2016, but you didn't upload till 2018. What's the story there? Because normally I see that and it's like, oh, 2010. I'm like, oh, well, they've just been like a big YouTube fan for a while, and they've kept the same account, and then they've transitioned over to an ASMR creator. Like, what's your story there?
You're calling me out.
Yeah.
I've wanted to make a YouTube channel for years, and I made it thinking I was going to start in 2016, and then I talked myself out of it, and it just sat there dormant for
Oh,
like 4 years.
did you like? I mean, at that time when you made it, what was the type of content you were gonna like orientate it towards?
Gaming,
You
horror gaming, which is what my second channel is now.
right? Yeah, because I did note that down as well.
Yeah,
That
that's what
makes
it was
sense.
going to be.
A lot of people, I think a lot of people. I mean, when I was a kid, it was like I was always watching YouTube for like Call of Duty videos, like sniping montages and stuff like that. And then it's kind of like, oh, I would love to do that. Or, maybe if you're more into makeup and stuff like that, people like see these like vlog channels, like Zoella and stuff like that, and they kind of get inspired that way. But um yeah,
I was always watching gamers. That was my
yeah,
favorite.
yeah. I kind of, yeah. What do you know any channels that like stood out like
Yeah.
when you were a kid? Like what were you watching?
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, classic.
I before he was like how big he is now, it was like when he had like a million, and he was like Amnesia and all that. That was my shit.
Yeah, the game Amnesia.
Yeah, I loved it, and I loved watching
So
him play it.
that game's so
So
good.
it is.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I think you like horror games, right?
Yeah, I love them to an unhealthy
Yeah.
amount.
Have you played is it I think it's called Soma. It's by the same people that made Amnesia.
I haven't, but I know what you're talking about, and I've heard of it, so I
Yeah,
need to.
it's like it's kind of like it's like underwater, kind of like BioShock vibe, but it's like horror as well.
BioShock's my favorite video
Oh,
game.
you will definitely love Soma. You need to play that on stream. I'll watch 100%.
I'll do it next time, I promise.
Yeah. And I think you touched on this a couple of minutes ago, but like obviously, you probably got this question quite a lot, but how did you first come across ASMR, and is there like a first ever video that stands out that was like, oh, this was my first ever experience of it? It might be in real
Yes,
life as well.
it's well, my first ever experience of it that I remember that's like in my head wasn't a video.
No.
It was second grade, and it was my best friend lived down the road from me, and I was at her house, and she was doing makeup, and that's when I was like getting it. But I thought it was normal. Like I didn't realize it was like a thing.
A special thing, you got a power.
Right, a special superpower. And then the first video I found was I was living with my dad at the time, and we were in the basement watching YouTube videos, and I found a channel called Food Surgeon. And I don't even think it was meant to be ASMR. It was like unintentional ASMR.
Okay.
But he does surgery on food, and but it like literally is like very ASMR. Like it's only his hands, and he lays out like
Really
the
aesthetically
medical.
pleasing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And he was changing. I think it was an Oreo into a Reese's, and was like moving the cream and the peanut butter, and it was like I was like laughing at it, thinking it was silly, but then I was
Yeah.
getting that feeling, and I would like binge his channel, and
Uh-huh.
from binging his channel, in the recommended, I got ASMR
Oh,
Darling,
oh,
and
you got
that is
Taylor.
how I found it, and then
Uh,
GB was the next one, and then Glow,
is it that
and that's
like
how I found it.
is it that classic Taylor video? And I think it's like, I don't know what it is. It's like 10 tapping and scratching on 10 random objects. I don't know what it is. It's something like that. It's like a classic ASMR video, and it always comes up on my recommended. It's got like
Yeah.
35 million views or something silly like that. It's crazy.
Hers, yeah, it comes up all the time. I think her first one I saw was like like 10 triggers to get you to
10
sleep or
triggers, that's
something.
it. Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Crazy.
that was how I found it.
So, I mean, the next question is like, what made you stay for more? But I'm guessing it's kind of obvious. You kind of just fell in love with the thing. Was it like tingles and just relaxing and?
Yeah, it was mainly the tingles. It's just I've always had them, like, and as far as I can remember, and it was in like, inducing that.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, this is so weird, but it's so relaxing. So I just kept watching it.
Was it like a mental outlet for you as well?
Oh yeah, it was. It just was like made me happy. It relaxed me. I had anxiety a lot, and
Mhm.
insomnia. I had insomnia and
Right.
anxiety,
Okay.
and it would just like wipe those clean. And so I loved it. I was like, dang, I'm so glad I found this.
Do you still? I mean, do you still rely on ASMR for that now? Like, do you still suffer with anxiety, insomnia now, where you still like need ASMR?
I do to an extent. I also got more into like my religious beliefs, and that's kind of helped too, like praying. But I do watch ASMR to help with my insomnia.
Okay.
And but it's kind of hard now because I think a lot of creators will tell you doing ASMR, it makes you kind of not watch ASMR
Yeah. A
because
lot of
when
people say this.
yeah, you associate it with work. But there are times when I just can't sleep, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just not going to think about work, and I'm going to
Yeah.
watch it and enjoy it. And I do. I watched it the other day. I watched my favorite video ever created. There's two of them. I mean, I love all videos, but my two favorite
Yep.
videos are Ting Ting ASMR, her herbal shop role
Okay.
play.
Okay.
Love that one.
Yeah.
And then, oh my gosh, I can't think of her channel right now, but if you Google it, it'll come up. I mean, YouTube it, it'll come up right away. It's a channel she's got like a million subscribers too, but she makes like pop-up kind of like picture book type things. And she
Oh.
yeah, it's really good. And she made one of Coraline. and it was like a whole little book that she like does things
Oh
with, and
my
it's really
gosh.
good.
Like she makes them
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah, it's very detailed, and she
People are
adds in
so
all the
talented.
sound effects. She's crazy talented. So everyone look her up. Look up that video. You'll love it.
Yeah, for sure. What the heck? I mean, like you say though, it's like once you become a creator, it's hard to just not analyze things when you're watching an ASMR video. It's like you just can't switch that part of your brain off, right? Do you find
Yeah.
yourself I'm guessing you know you've got close to other creators in the community as you've been a part of it. Is it weird like watching someone that you're really close friends with now do ASMR as well?
It is for me. I know it isn't for everybody, but
Mm.
if I've become like best friends with you, it's weird for me to watch your content. I'll still do it to give you views, but I'm not but I'm not watching it to like fall asleep because
Mm-hmm.
it's just how it is for me. It's too intimate at that point.
Yeah.
Just for me personally, I know it's not like that for everybody.
No.
So like I think I'd be too afraid to ever really meet Ting Ting because she's the one I go to at night. So if I became friends with her, I'd be like, no.
Yeah, just ruin that experience. Yeah, 100% get that. Yeah, it's like that, isn't it? It is like that. What was I gonna say?
Yeah.
And like I think that's one of the hardest things about showing someone ASMR for the first time, because one, they're just gonna find it weird anyway, but two, if you show them a video of you doing it, it's just gonna be so weird because it's like they already have these personal bonds, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's super hard. Um, okay, so what was that transition like from you know being heavily invested into um GB and Darlin's videos to you wanting to actually make your own channel? What was that click like? Obviously you said that you'd wanted to be a YouTube creator for many years, but yeah, what were the motivations there?
I was home a lot because of the IT work. Like I was saying, I was a mom, and I just kind of felt like I didn't have any hobbies. And I was like, maybe this is it. I've been wanting to do it. I'm not in school anymore, so I'm not worried about my peers finding it.
Yeah.
Um, so you know what? I'm just going to start this as a hobby. I always dream big. I shoot for the moon. Like maybe I can get to this. And so Zach is really the person who grounds me. And he's like, you know what? Don't get your hopes up. Just make one video, throw it out there,
Mm-hmm.
see what happens. And we made one video, and in a month, from just two videos, I made two videos and then I went out of town. And those two videos got me 1,000 views in less than a month. I mean, not 1,000 views, 1,000 subs in less than a month. And I was like instantly hooked. I was
Yeah.
like,
It is
oh, and so then I
addicting.
just got home.
It is so addicting though, isn't it?
It was to get all the comments because I had low self-esteem. I talk about it sometimes, but I was bullied a lot in school. So I had low self esteem. So to get a bunch of comments of people saying, you're a natural, I can't believe this is your first video, I was hooked. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, hello.
Yeah. Praise me more. I
So
100% got that. I was the same. What was I going to say? The other question was like, did you have any expectations? And I feel like you said you kind of did, and then you know your husband was there to like ground you. Did you have any
yeah.
inspirations though inside the community? Was there any creators that you kind of looked at as a viewer and thought, oh, I really like what they're doing. Obviously, I'm not going to copy it, but I'm going to take elements of their content, and I really like to implement that into mine as well.
GB. I loved her role plays, and she knows this because the first time I got the kahunas to ask her to collab with me and she said yes, and we did that video, I was like, this is so surreal.
Yeah,
Because I never thought I'd get to collab with her, and I
I know
watched
that.
her channel. I watched
Uh-huh.
her channel religiously, and I just liked that she did role plays, and that's what I wanted to do. So cosplay too, which is what I like. So
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Did you have anyone like outside of the community as well? Maybe like friends and family. Probably your husband was like your main inspiration, right? To like start the channel and to keep going.
he was definitely the most supportive because he knew I didn't know how to edit at the time. I do now. He's
Yeah.
like, I've learned, but I didn't know how to edit. I just knew audio equipment. That was all I knew. And he let me do one, and he edited it for me, the whole video. And, he's been so supportive ever since. Like he lets me, I stay home with the boys. I work doing this, and he lets me spend money on cosplay. It's fun.
I love it. No, you honestly, you sound like you have like the perfect like environment for content creation. I feel like it's so important because I feel, you know, as as we get more, modernized with these things, just, YouTube in general, it's important to have someone there that accepts that, because I feel like people can still think it's like weird or not a proper job, or, all them like thoughts that you have. But then especially when you combine that with ASMR, like, you just need people around you that are understanding, right? And it seems to me that you definitely have that. So I'm really pleased for you.
Thank you. I always do feel bad when I see people tweet or like message about how their family isn't supportive and they don't like respect it. And that makes me so sad. I am thankfully blessed with like my mom who likes it, and my grandma who like brags about it and shows everyone my videos.
Oh, that's so
So
cute. I need that in my life.
it's so cute. It's
Yeah.
so cute. So I am blessed.
Nice. So that kind of basically wraps up the past section. We're going to move on to the present, which is basically still in the past. So this kind of section is from when Shanny started to upload, basically. And I think you've already touched on it, but your first ever video, or it might not be, we'll find out, is cranial nerve exam soft spoken. That has 15,000 views. And the first question is, like I said, is this your actual first ever video?
It is, and it's so bad.
No, it's not. It's actually not.
I hate it so much.
Well, the next question is, how does it make you feel? And we can kind of tell that.
It makes me cringe looking back at it, because at the time I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I loved the comments I was getting on it, but I talked so loud.
Yeah.
And I spoke, because naturally I'm a loud person, like I was telling you, and I speak very quickly. So when I do ASMR, I have to remind myself not to talk fast. And I was like zooming. I zoomed through that video. And I hated the little background noise I added that was like, deep, deep.
No, I actually like that.
Oh, I actually re-uploaded the video later without that little heartbeat noise.
Because you had like, was there like sounds of machines and stuff like going on? I thought that was good. It added to like the environment. Clearly you didn't.
You're so sweet. I appreciate it.
No, because I don't think I've ever seen, to be fair, like disclaimer, I don't watch a lot of roleplay videos. But I don't think I've ever seen people do that before. So I was like, this is kind of cool.
Thank you. I try to add ambient noise whenever I can.
Yeah, no, I love it 100% because it helps with the immersion. Like it really does. Yeah, I literally wrote down on these notes. I said it's very well done. Like,
oh, you were so sweet and just made my day.
But then I kind of transitioned that into was quality always like a big priority for you starting off? Because I know it was for me, and I look back and think, what the hell was that? That's not quality at all, Sam. I'm guessing you feel the same way.
Yeah, especially with like my like not, I don't want to say knowledge, that sounds so like pretentious, with my like background in microphones.
No,
and then
you got the knowledge.
And my husband's like background in film, like we were always like, if this doesn't look good, we're not. There's so many videos I've done and I've looked at and I've hated and just like deleted it because like I didn't want to post it because it didn't look good.
Yeah.
So
nice. So when that video first dropped, I think you touched on it before. How well did it do? Because obviously it's got 15,000 views now, and that's probably inflated as times went on. 3 years. What was it like when it first dropped?
it actually isn't too much inflated. It doesn't really get that many views now, but it was crazy. Like it was obscene. Like it blew up, which for like a channel with no subs, like compared to my videos now, it probably did like 10 times better for what my amount of subs I had then.
Yeah.
Like I did get 1,000 views like in one day. My first video, I posted it, 1,000 views.
That's crazy.
And I got 1,000 subs in like 2 weeks. And then it kind of started to slow down from there. But like that was like my first video, and it went, and I literally haven't seen my channel do like that insane amount, like jump in that 3 years. Like it was crazy.
That is, because you see people do first videos and they'll keep it simple, they'll keep it plain, but you went right in the deep end, role play, cranial nerve exam, like no holds barred. Shanny just went for it. I love it though.
I did so much research. Like it was fun. I like for 2 days. 2 days I researched cranial nerve exams, not just ASMR, like legit.
No, and I feel like that, if there's anyone watching or listening that is thinking about starting their channel, like I feel like that speaks volumes, right? Like do your research. I think like prep as much as you can before. Like people will say, just go for it, and I kind of agree with them as well. Just upload the video. But also, Shanny took the time to research it. She put this really well-rounded piece together, even though she cringes at it. And it paid off for like 1,000. I'll tell you now, right now, what if if you're watching this, 1,000 views in the first 24 hours when you've got no subscribers and you're just starting off is insane. I feel like in my first 24 hours, I don't even know, like 10, maybe 10, 20 views or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging either, because my channel has not done that well since. I promise all of you. It was just a fluke.
No,
it was a fluke video. I don't know what happened, and it just made me laugh. And that's, it was good memories, good memories.
And again, because for this section, I kind of analyze your older videos, and I go through them from your most the one like furthest in the past to the most recent, right? And obviously I'm only looking at them in real time. It's hard, I don't know what they were when you first uploaded them. But when I was looking at them all your early videos have really like good numbers. And there's some great role plays in there, right? Like, and obviously they've held up. But I wanted to talk about like two in particular. You've done two, I think you titled them medical kidnapping videos, right?
Oh, yeah.
So one has I don't know. One has 82,000 views, and the other one has 211,000 views. Insane views. Probably the best views, because again, like I said, I'm looking at this in real time, but they were probably like your best views that you had on the channel at that point, right?
They were. I did one on a whim because I was getting a lot of comments about like people requesting those, and because I did a lot of medical starting out, but I was worried that I was going to be labeled a medical channel, and I didn't want that.
No.
So I tried to steer away from it because I wanted to do cosplay like GB. I never wanted to be like a medical channel.
No.
And then I found a channel that did a lot of medical videos, and they had some like horror medical videos on there.
Nice.
And I thought it was really interesting. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And that was my first like role play that was like out of like normal medical.
Yeah.
That really popped off. And I kept doing them after that, because I was like, dang, people like this.
It's a nice blend of the two, like for sure. Because I feel like obviously medical role plays to this day are just some of the most popular content on the platform. And then especially like, horror, like Halloween themed stuff, like that does really well as well. And like you obviously just combine the two together, and it was like this perfect blend. Because at that time, I noticed you were only like 3 months into the channel. You done like 25 videos. I think that's actually quite a lot of videos for only 3 months as well, which is insane. Like to get them numbers. What made them in particular stand out to what you'd already done at that time? What do you think? Like what was it about it?
I think there wasn't a lot of people doing ASMR at the time. Like it wasn't that popular 3 years ago like it was now. That was right when people started doing stuff like talking about it on talk shows and stuff like that.
Right.
So there wasn't, like, that's what I'm trying to tell people now. Like, don't be discouraged if you didn't get those kind of numbers if you're just starting. Because back then, the reason I think I got a boom like that when I first started was because that's when talk shows just started talking about ASMR. I had joined right when it started to go like this on TV and stuff.
Right.
So we got an influx of random strangers who had never heard of ASMR, like finding all of us people who were doing it.
Okay.
And the horror part is just like, I'm a horror fan. There wasn't a lot of horror stuff out there. So people who were like me, who were like, cool, horror. I think that kind of was, because there was only one other medical kidnapping lobotomy video when I made mine. We were the only two that I could find.
Okay.
So I think it's, now saturated, but at the time it wasn't.
It wasn't, so that helped you. Right, okay. Because after them two videos, you continued to experiment with your content, which is what I love that. But it was evident, and it was probably evident to you as well at the time, what was doing well. Two more medical role plays. One has 114,000 views. The other one has 121,000 views. But also your fantasy stuff was popping off as well. You done a video titled "Vampire Hypnotizes You and Turns You." Role play whispered that has 584,000 views, which is crazy. And again, that's only 6 months into your channel. Did you feel pressured into doing these? Like, I again, like medical role plays, but also just role plays in general by your audience? Was there any like people in the comments like, oh, do this, do this, do this?
Never pressured. They do come here. I'll show you. They comment all the time, ideas,
Uh-huh.
and I never want to just like turn anyone away from giving me ideas, but I can't always do them. So I have an ongoing list for 3 years of. You don't know if you can see it, but of all the ideas people have
Oh,
commented.
it's still white.
Oh, it is. All right.
We'll
There's a
take your
long
word.
list. I I've showed it on stream before.
Yeah,
I write down everything everyone tells me, even if it's not something that I plan on doing
I love it.
anytime soon, so I can always come back to it. So
Well,
I do.
that's one thing I wanted to touch on actually, and I didn't actually write it down in a place, but I was just trying to find the opportunity to talk about it. But I did want to commend you because I always see you, whether it's on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and you're always interacting with the people that support you and your fans, and I feel like that's so like commendable because a lot of people don't. I don't think, or a lot of people like maybe try to come across like they do care, but I definitely feel like you do, and you can like genuinely see it. So I definitely wanted to bring that up and give you props.
Sorry, I'm starting to cry.
Me too. I'm crying as well.
I'm so sorry. I love my community so much. Because like I said, I had really low self-esteem and everything, and they've been there for me every step of the way.
Hmm.
So I love them so
Like
much.
one time, I think I was on Twitter, and this guy, I don't know if he tweeted you or replied to something that you posted, and it was just a dead simple tweet, and it was like, "Hi Shanny, how are you today?" And you just replied saying, "Oh, I'm good, thanks you." And it was just it was dead something like really simple, but it was so nice. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Say hi to me, everybody.
Have you ever met like anyone in real life?
I did. I've met a couple now, but it's so surreal. The first time I ever got recognized in public, I was not expecting it. I had no makeup on. My hair was like oily and in like a bun.
Okay.
And I went to go buy chickens because I have chickens and stuff. Like I have a little farm.
Okay,
And
nice.
I went to go buy chickens and I was at like the store that sells the chickens. And the cashier goes, "Do you have a YouTube channel?" And I was like, "Ah!"
No. Do you like look over your shoulders if you're just like talking to someone else?
my there was a big line behind me and they all started like laughing and my mother-in-law was with me and she was like, "No way."
Wow. Did you got like super bright red?
I did, but I took a picture with them and like
That's
they were
nice.
so sweet. So
Yeah. Oh, we love Shanny in this house. um, one thing I always do with my guests is we got to talk about your most viewed video on the channel. And for you, that is a video titled "Cruella measures and designs you an outfit," and that actually has 609,000 views. And there's only one word to describe that, and it's iconic. It's the perfect blend of role play and personal attention, which I think people love, right? Is that what you were going for with this, and kind of like what makes it the most viewed video in your opinion as well?
it blew my mind. So I make cosplays all the time. My channel is mainly men. Like I mainly have like a male audience.
Right.
And I did not think this video was going to do well at all. Like I kid you not, I thought this video would get like 10,000 views and just like die on my
Mm-hmm.
channel.
Yeah.
And I recorded it like 4 times because I recorded it, messed up, recorded it, messed up, and then realized my microphone wasn't on. And so I had to re-record it.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah, so by the fourth time, I was like, this video fucking sucks. Like, it's not going to do well at all. And I only made it because I kept getting comments. Everyone like, "Oh my gosh, you look so much like Emma Stone." If you go to my channel, yeah, literally, if you go to my channel, I
I
kid
can
you
see
not,
it.
like 60% of my comments are just, "You look and sound like Emma Stone."
I mean, you'll take it, right?
Yeah, I mean, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." And I made it and it's been 3 months. That's insane. I've never had a video, like I said, other than my first video, like do that well.
Do that well.
And it just blows my mind. 3 months. And I love it. I've made more of her since because my audience seems to like it. And because of that video, my audience shifted to 50-50 female male.
Wow. Like
They
just on that video or like all together?
Yeah, just well, no, like all together now, my whole channel
Wow.
because of that one video, which
That's
is
so
really cool.
nice. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's nice to have diversity, 100%. And I know I see like a lot of female creators complain about it on Twitter and stuff like that. Like, oh, I've got so many men. Like, I want more women. And
Yeah,
um,
there's nothing wrong with it, but it opens up the door to doing like, more different types of
yeah,
videos besides one thing. Yeah. So,
for sure. But that's why, like I said, like it's so iconic now. And as you say, you've done other ones as her. I'm guessing you're like a big fan of the film.
I love Cruella just in general, not even just her film. I've always loved that movie, like 101 Dalmatians, all
Hmm.
of it. So that was really cool to see. I was like, "Oh my gosh." I always thought that I had to look like, not to sound like weird, but like being a girl on YouTube and stuff like that, you feel like you have to like if your audience is mainly men, you have to look a
Right.
certain way.
I know what you're
So I
saying.
didn't think the video was going to do well. And the fact that I could like dress like that and like I had this amazing audience just come in and love it. I was so excited. It opened up the door to not to change subjects or get it too deep into
No,
something
good.
else, but I'm pansexual, like, and it opened up the door to the LGBTQ community too. And I got a lovely new bunch of community members that I could
That was
support and love
nice.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been so happy ever since.
Oh,
So
I'm really happy for you. I didn't know that.
thank you. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Because like a lot of time and effort must go into these cosplay videos, right? Because I can't even imagine. Like you said, you filmed that one 4 times. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, yeah. So how much? I mean, from like you just maybe like as you are now to getting into that, getting into that whole costume, ready to film. Like, what's the process? What's the time like on that?
Her costume took a while, because I had to paint my whole body white. So it took like an hour or an hour and a half to do my full makeup and get the wig on. And then I have to set up, and it takes like 30 minutes to set up all of the equipment. So probably like 2 hours.
Wow, that is
Mm.
it's so commendable.
Thank
Um,
you.
and obviously, in that particular case, it paid off because it's your most viewed video.
Oh, and I'm so glad because I had so much fun filming it, even though I was annoyed and thought it wasn't going to do well. It was so fun. Like I was like talking in a British accent and I was like, I feel so sassy. So like I'm so happy it did so well.
Yeah, it's funny because like I play it's quite a geeky reveal, but I play like a lot of D&D. So there's like a lot
So
of
do I.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I need to ask you something maybe in a second. But there's like a lot of role playing that, and I just love role playing in like this fantasy character that I can be, where I've got like these powers. Maybe I can, maybe my character that I'm playing has strengths that I don't, and I just love that. But I don't really often do role plays on my channel just because I'm like such a perfectionist, and I'm like really bad with like makeup. I say really bad. It's non-existent. Or makeup or
You should
costume,
do
and
it.
I just wouldn't. I can't put the video out there unless I'm like going all out. But I can't go all out because I don't have the skills to do it. So I never do role plays.
You sound like me because I didn't want to put anything out unless I was going all out, dude. I'm a perfectionist, but you just got to do it. So I did this. I said the same thing. So I didn't like find him. I'm not saying that, but I messaged Atlas ASMR back when he was just reading like stories on YouTube, and I
Hmm.
loved his voice, and I was like, "You should role play with me, like on like a collab."
Yeah.
And he was too nervous at the time. We ended up collabing like once he got more into role plays,
Uh-huh.
but look how amazing he is now. You
Yeah.
would be so good. You should just put one out there. I bet you'll love it, and you'll just
Yeah.
become addicted. It's so fun.
I tell, I tell you what I
Trust
really
me.
want to do though. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and I've always since I was a kid wanted to buy like a full-on Spider-Man suit. Oh, so Shanny's got the tattoo. So I really want to buy that. I mean, I don't really need to do anything else once I got the suit, right? So
Do it. Do it.
we'll have to
Please do
see.
it.
Yeah,
Be Peter. I
yeah.
I will fund your suit. Please. I
No,
want to see it.
that's not even though I just need to like I need to get my mom or someone to come round and like measure me because you need to go like proper all out with the measurements when you get something like that, right?
Yeah, I have my Spider Gwen suit in there
Oh
that I wear all the
yes,
time.
yeah. Oh, we could maybe do a collab. There we go. I'm putting a
Let's do it.
collab opportunity.
Spider-Verse collab.
The suit I was gonna get was actually it was Tom Holland's from Infinity War. I really like that one.
I do too.
with like the gold bits on it. Yeah, it's so nice.
He's my favorite
Oh, we've got
Spider-Man.
to talk Spider-Man for a second then, just to go a little bit off topic. I'm guessing you've seen the No Way Home trailer, and I'm really
It
hyped.
looks so good.
It,
I like freaked out with the Doc Ock like
oh,
showing at the end. I was
mm,
like, and so here's my theory. Sorry,
okay,
everybody. Spider-Man is my favorite subject in the whole world.
here we go.
Um, I think that that's confirming that Tobey Maguire is in it
Yeah,
because he says like something about like good seeing you, Peter, a long time no see, Peter, or something like that. I can't remember
yeah.
the
I
line.
think he just says hello, Peter.
Oh, hello, Peter. Thank you.
Yeah,
And because he says that, the only Peter he knows
yeah. And he's not. And he's not actually talking to Tom Holland. He's talking to Tobey
to
Maguire.
Tobey Maguire. That's what I
Yeah,
think. So I'm
yeah.
so excited.
Honestly, the ceiling for this film is through the roof. Like it could. My favorite Marvel film is probably Endgame, and it could probably top that. I think it has the potential to be the best Marvel film of all time. So the expectations are definitely high with it.
Yeah, and the first 24 hours, it had like the trailer had more views than any of the Avengers trailers.
Wow,
Like
everyone's
it's Tom
ready for
Holland.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tom Holland was posting about it. It was like, this is insane. Like our trailer got more views in 24 hours than any of Marvel's movies
yeah.
ever have gotten.
People love
So,
Spider-Man. He's so good.
oh, I have so many Spider-Man figurines behind me. You can't see them,
So
but
who?
I'm obsessed.
Okay, so who's your favorite Spider-Man out of the three, and why?
Tom Tom Holland. We go
Mm,
on rants about this all the time, and
correct
I love it.
answer. Correct answer.
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because Tobey Maguire was a good Peter Parker, but he was too awkward and not a very like
Right.
good Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Andrew Garfield was a good Spider-Man, but he was too suave and cool and like on his
Right.
skateboard to be Peter Parker.
Still a bit too
Tom
cocky.
Holland,
Yeah.
yeah, Tom Holland is the perfect Peter Parker and Spider-Man, even though his movies, not to be mean, haven't been that great. That's not his fault. He's a great actor. It's just like the writing and like the story have been kind of for all his movies. I'm really looking forward to this one.
What? Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't think. I mean, I'm guessing you don't think they're bad films, like the two that he's released,
No,
but they're
I
definitely
just
not.
think,
Yeah, they're definitely not up there. Like, I mean, when I think about the favorite MCU films, I think Endgame, Infinity War, Thor Ragnarok, and probably like the two Guardians films, maybe Black Panther as well. Like, I would put them at the top.
yeah. Well, and Tobey Maguire's like, even though I don't like him as Spider-Man necessarily, his film, like his first two films were so good.
Yeah.
Like so good. So I just like I wish they could take Tom Holland and put him into like one of those films.
I know what you
So
mean.
I'm looking forward to this one because I just feel like with all of them and ever it's just gonna be so good. They can't not have it be so good. So
Yeah,
I'm
and
so
then the other
excited.
villains that are meant to be in it as well, like from the like Electro's meant to come back, and
Yeah.
Sandman and Green
And Doc
Goblin.
Ock is
Yeah,
Doc Ock has always been my favorite. So
yeah,
like, let's
it's
go.
it's gonna be good. And you know what? The best thing is, I'm a big Witcher fan as well. So that
I
comes out on the
like it too.
17th of December, and the season 2 of Witcher comes out on the same day. So that's gonna be the perfect nerd day.
Did you see I think it was a new movie or something was released on Netflix in like another country, but I like apparently you can use a VPN to watch it. But
Yeah,
because of that, I did the Yennefer role play like a couple
yeah, I
weeks
did see
ago.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
love
nice.
Witcher. I love it. Everyone always says I look like Siri, but Yennefer did better in views.
Yeah, I only watched it right recently, which is a surprise because it's like something that's right up my street. Like medieval fantasy is my thing. It's like my gig. I love it.
Same.
So,
I like for my birthday every year I've asked people to take me to medieval times and no one's done it yet.
uh,
I keep asking every year.
we're so off topic right now, but I'm loving it. So to go
I'm
back, you said
sorry.
you play D&D. No, don't be sorry. You play. Do you have like a group that you play with in person, online?
Not anymore since COVID started. I did play online with some people when I was in IT. I did have a group that we'd get together and play with for like years before like we kind of moved away from them.
Okay.
But I love D&D. I'm trying to get a group together, hopefully to do it soon. I was in talks with people to do D&D like online, like on stream, but
Yeah.
we never followed through with it. But I really want to start up again soon. Zach, my husband, makes minis. Like he paints
Oh,
minis. He makes like the houses like out of scratch. Like
yeah.
it's we have a whole. I'll just send you a picture. We have a whole basement full of like models that like I need to do. So
Nice. Well, I was actually trying to get some people together soon because I don't know how like much you follow like D&D and news, but there's an upcoming adventure coming out called Strixhaven Curriculum of Chaos, and it's very Harry Potter-esque.
Yeah,
And I love the whole theme that they bring into it, and I think it'd be perfect for people, especially in like ASMR community that like are into role play, for people to play that. So I don't know if you're down to
let's
play,
do
but
it.
I don't know if you're
Let's
down,
do
but
it.
that sounds so
I'm
good to
so
me.
down because
Yeah.
Harry Potter is like my shit too. I'm obsessed. So if it's
Hmm.
Harry Potter theme, let's do
Well,
it.
it's
I'm
like,
like,
yeah, it's
well,
like,
it's similar.
well,
Yeah,
it's basically, I think how they said it, it's like you go through, I don't know if it's high school or college, but basically like, I don't know which one it is. But basically you go to this school of magic and there's like different, like, it's like there's like different Hogwarts houses, different word, but you know what I mean?
different
Same thing.
houses. Yeah.
Yeah, like that specialize in different like fields of magic, and basically the campaign is, you start in your first year and it goes through all the way through to your graduation year, but like in between, like you'll go off on quests and fight monsters and stuff, but you'll still get that like high school like interaction, like going to parties, going to like balls and stuff like that. It sounds so good.
It sounds so fun. I would
Yeah.
totally do it. Fair warning for you though, I only play chaotically.
Oh my god. Well, as long as you're not a chaotic evil character, then that's
No,
okay.
I'm more of like a chaotic neutral because I do
Chaotic
what's best for me.
Chaotic neutral. Okay. Okay. Well, as long as you're not gonna like stab us in the middle of the night, that's fine.
No, I'm not too evil, I
Not too
promise.
evil. Okay. We better get back on track. But that was good talk. Like probably my favorite part of the podcast. All right. Let me try and think where we were. So we were talking about your Cruella video, and like obviously that was your best video, right? Oh,
Mhm.
to finish off on that subject, is it encouraging for you knowing that your most viewed video was only a couple of months ago? Like, does that like give you hope to say like, this was a recent video? My other kind of popular videos were like quite far in the past. Does that like give you like some encouragement that you can still, keep achieving better and better and better?
It's a bit of both. It's encouraging because it was like, damn, that's cool, and I can do like other things that aren't like everything I always do. Like because I always put out things that are like the same because those are what do well.
Mm-hmm.
So to do something completely different and have it blow up was really cool. But it's also it gives me a little bit of anxiety because uh now these new people that have come in because of this video are expecting me to keep putting out
Right.
Cruella videos.
Right.
And I don't want to only do Cruella. Like I didn't want to only do medical videos. That's why my channel I think is a little bit slower growing than some
Right.
because a lot of people will cater to their audience, which is the right thing to do, give them what they want.
Yeah.
But I want to do what makes me happy. So I typically can lose like my subs go like this on like a
It's a
wave.
little roller coaster, yeah.
Yeah. So
But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, I think a lot of creators, and I've had someone here, talk about like they get like trapped in like a niche or a niche, if you want to pronounce it that way.
mhm.
So it's definitely hard. It's definitely challenging because like YouTube definitely tunnels you into this one little field that you need to stick to, or they think you need to stick to. But obviously, in your case, you're just like, nah, I'm gonna do what I want. But
Yeah.
I feel like with audiences, and I'm the same. Like sometimes we're just scared of change, but like most of the time, once we experience that new thing, in your case, whether it's like a new cosplay role play that you're doing, 9 times out of 10, we end up enjoying it. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them things where you kind of just got to go for it, and most people will enjoy it in the end because at the end of the day, they're watching for you, and not this character. So
That's what I like about my community is even though we may be slower growing than most because I just kind of am random and do what I want,
yeah,
the ones that stick around are like ride or die because like they know that I'm random. So they're like, hey, we're learning something new and this is really cool. And they leave that in the comments. Like
yeah,
one of my big reoccurring role plays is my SCP videos. And that was something I was into and not a lot of people knew about. And now it's one of my most popular like role plays I do, like the genre, because everyone's like, I love learning about these new SCPs I've never heard about. So
yeah.
it's been fun. So
Nice. No, well, that's the main thing, isn't it? Like you're enjoying yourself. So long term, that's going to be best for your health, like 100%.
yeah,
Uh,
that's what Zach reminded me about. He said, do what you want, whether it gets you views or not, because in the end, you want to be happy, not stressed. So that's
yeah.
why I was doing that.
Zach sounds like a
So
good guy.
he's nice.
um, all of your videos at this point, minus I think like your stream uploads, reach at least 10K views, and like that's minimum. I think I didn't work this out because I'm not that weird, but I think on average you're averaging about like 30 to 40,000 views per video, I would say, which I think is testament to all like your hard work and the effort that you're putting in. And I hope you like see that as well.
You're sweet. I do. Yeah, that sounds right. Like, yeah, 30, 40,000 sounds right about average. And yeah, that's like crazy to think about that I can just do something random like that on a whim and still get those kind of views. So I really, I'm blessed and I love my community so much.
Yeah. And like I said, you've had these, videos, the vampire hypnotizes you one that's 584K, your Cruella 609. What will it take? You probably don't think about this, but what will it take to get to that video that finally reaches that million view mark, that 7-figure mark? Or is that not something that you think about?
I do think about it, but I don't, because I know some people, like you never know. Like the algorithm is such a finicky little bitch.
Oh, I definitely had an experience with that, yeah,
But I
recently.
do think the Cruella video probably will be my first one to hit it, with just the way that it's growing every day. But I don't know what it would take to get that, because literally, like, I could make, like, so for example, my audience was mainly men, so like girlfriend videos, girlfriend role plays,
Right.
they would do so well.
Mm-hmm.
But the algorithm changes like every month or every few months. So like my girlfriend videos, which would normally pour like 100K, would get like 20K one month because of whatever the algorithm did.
Right.
And the next
Okay.
month it would do really good.
Okay.
So I'm the worst person to ask, even though I even worked for Google, just because I don't even know how it works. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I had a video on Sunday, and it literally like smashed like my normal like click through rate, my normal like average view duration. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, like the views are going to be like through the roof because it's doing this. But actually, the views were like probably just slightly above average what like my normal videos get. And I was like, well, it didn't make sense, because people were clicking on it more than normal. They were watching it more than
Yeah.
normal. And in my head, I'm like, okay, that's what's going to drive the algorithm to make people view it more. And it just wasn't like, it's still doing well by my standards. But it, when I seen that, I was like, oh, so it's just one of those things that you just can't predict, right?
It seems like, exactly. And it seems like this month has been worse for most people in ASMR than compared to normal months. I've been doing it for 3 years, and this is by far the worst month. In mine aren't even doing that bad, but this is by far the worst month I've had in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I've even seen my friends on Twitter, without naming names, post like this is the worst month they've ever had creating.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the algorithm right now is just not doing us any favors. But don't give up, people. I've been doing it for 3 years, and the algorithm always changes. So you never know.
Nice. I guess the other way to like word what I just asked you just then is like, in what areas do you think that you could improve like the most?
I definitely could improve upon being more ASMR-y. And by that I mean I really lose myself in character, and I focus more on the role play, and I need to remember
Right.
that it's an ASMR video,
Mm-hmm.
and to like slow down and incorporate more ASMR and less like character development and plot. So
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but then because I used to think that, but then I like, I've had like Amy K on, she's very role play focused, but like, when she was on and she was speaking about it, and kind of what I've watched as well is she doesn't like, there's not a lot going on with like what you say in terms of like doing kind of ASMR things within the role play. I feel like I think she was saying like she just focuses on like the immersion and like and that like aspects of the video more than anything. But I definitely hear what you're saying.
yeah, that's what I mean. I mainly focus on like the immersion point of it, but I feel like that can really some people are like, oh, this is more role play and not ASMR. So I want to focus on bringing more ASMR into it,
Yeah.
at least on my channel, because the whole point is that it's there to relax you. I do want to immerse people, which is what I've been doing, but also, be what the content's supposed to be.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. It's it's a hard, I mean, there's so many like parameters to like think about when you're filming, right? So it's
Yeah, it's a lot.
it's definitely not easy, no. Um like when you and when you look at your best videos on your channel, they're all styles of role plays, right? But what are your favorite videos to film?
That's a hard one. Everyone always asks me that, and I feel like I don't really have a favorite type of video to film.
Hmm.
I like filming all of them. Cosplays are really fun because I like dressing up, but they're really hard to film because you have to be in a specific character mindset, like the anime or whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
Medical videos are easy, but they can be a little boring. I gotta say, unfortunately, probably the answer no one wants, but horror videos are so fun for me to just act like a crazy person and be
Yeah,
like, ah, like, I don't know. That's just so fun.
I
I
know what you
love
mean.
it.
Yeah,
So probably those.
can definitely relate. And then on the flip side of that question, what are your like favorite videos to watch? And then like, is there any creators that you admire just from a viewer perspective?
Um, I guess I don't really have like a specific genre of like my favorite video to watch. It's
Hmm.
it's so random on like I have a favorite video on like everyone's channel and it's like there's no genre to it.
No,
It's just
just
random.
random. Yeah.
I like role plays. It has to be an immersive role play. If it's not, I can't get into it. It doesn't give me tingles. Like I can't really get tingles from something that's not like a role play. So it doesn't really have a specific genre. It just has to be an immersive role play. That's
Right.
basically it. As long as you're immersing me in it and I feel like I'm there,
Yeah.
it'll work.
And then
So
any creators that stand out?
I Ting Ting has always been a favorite. I don't know, like I love her like accent and the way she like pronounces words. Like it's really tingly. I like that a lot. She talks very slow and like her movements are very tingly, so I like that.
Yeah.
Um, GB was always one of my favorites. Just she was very immersive in her role plays, and then ASMR Darling just has a cute personality, so I always liked hers too. And then
Yeah.
Glow, oh my gosh, how could I forget Glow? Her space spa video was one of my favorites. So
The Mount Rushmore there you've just named of
yeah,
ASMR.
I know. I mean, I like smaller ones too, but like going back to when I
No,
first
no,
found
that's
it.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they're the biggest creators for a reason, right? Like,
yeah.
um, yeah, it totally makes sense. Just to touch on like Twitch a little bit, how much like are you pushing that side of your content compared to YouTube?
I don't push it that much, I think, because my content on YouTube is mainly role plays and Twitch is like triggers.
Just trigger videos, yeah.
Sorry if you hear my kids in the background. Sorry for the ASMR breaking. They're screaming in the background.
No, it's good.
But they yeah, so mainly I just kind of do it to connect with my community. I
Yeah,
like talking to them, like I said, and it's like I feel really close to my community, so it's a cool way to like get to talk to them and relax them. But
100%.
I don't really push it too much because it's not role play. But
No, that's what I thought. That's what I thought about. I just wanted to get that out of you anyway, because like I'm exactly the same. It was like I just want to play games and I want to like talk to these people that really want to support me, and it's just nice to have that interaction. And we cry together over the games that we play, because I play games. I don't do
yes,
triggers on mine.
we
Uh,
do gaming
you
too.
do gaming too, so it's
Yeah.
just nice to bond like that.
Yeah, that's what I like about it too.
Yeah,
And so we get like about 100 views, which isn't a lot compared to a lot of my friends who do it, but I get to talk to all of them, and that's what makes me happy.
that's
So
nice. Yeah, yeah. No, I completely get that, and I, I mean, it's hard to get into Twitch, right? Because especially if you're not very like tech savvy, there's a lot of like little nuances to it when you're first starting out. Like, what is this? What does that mean? Like, I've never heard that word before. What does it mean? You know what I mean? Um. Oh, I think you froze. I don't know if you're still there.
One eternity later.
So obviously, we've talked about your YouTube channel and a little bit about your Twitch there, but for the people watching or listening, let's talk about Shanny outside of ASMR. What is she doing? Hobbies and interests. I feel like we've touched on a couple of them. With Spider-Man and your D&D and stuff like that. But yeah, what do you do in your downtime?
I like to hike when it's warm out. I live in the Midwest, so it snows, so I can't do it in the winter. But I like hiking. I like mountain biking. I like
Nice.
camping. I like being outside.
Yeah, I'm the
That's
same, but it's weird. Like, I like being in my little cave and all, just like,
oh,
well, I mean, it's just there's no lights in here. I painted the whole walls black, but then I also like to be outside. It's weird.
yeah, no, I feel it because I'm an introvert, so I like gaming and being at home. I like some video games, being at home, eating anime,
Yeah.
all of that too.
Oh, so you're into anime.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Like, what what's your favorite anime? Is gone.
So my favorite anime for a long time was Haiku, which is the volleyball anime, which is weird because I'm not normally into sports anime.
All right.
I'm normally into like darker stuff, but I
Okay.
really liked that one. But nowadays, my favorite anime is Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon
Oh,
Slayer.
okay. See, Jujutsu Kaisen's one that I haven't got around to watching yet. But I really want
I
to.
just did.
Yeah.
You should.
You
My
should-
friend showed it to me like a month ago, and I'm already done, and I'm obsessed.
Everyone's hyping about it. Yeah.
It's good.
But Demon Slayer for sure. Have you watched Mugen Train as well?
No, I haven't. I was gonna show my Demon Slayer masks
Oh,
behind me.
nice. I love them. You should 100% watch Mugen Train because it's all canon, which is not normal when it's an anime like when an anime series does a film. And what I would say is it's just an outstanding anime film in general, and I've seen like some of the best ones, and it's like so good. So like I can't contain my excitement about like how good it is. Like 100%.
I'll have to watch it because I'm
Yeah.
looking for a new one right now anyway.
Yes, Mugen Train. It's only like I think it's like 2 hours long, something like that, but it's beautiful film.
Oh, I'll
But
watch it.
Demon Slayer is so good. Like
So good.
I think it's Demon Slayer spoilers here, guys. I think it's episode 19, and it's the one where I can't remember the main characters' names, but it's like him fighting like the boss.
Tanjiro?
Yeah, Tanjiro. It's
Yeah.
like him fighting like the boss demon in the forest, like the spider guy, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, and his sister's like caught in the web, but he starts doing this like this fire move, and it's so good, and she like activates her like demon powers at the same time. It's like
Yeah.
so good.
That's like literally anyone I ask about the anime, that's their favorite episode. It's always that episode.
That's probably like not even joking. Like, and I've seen so much anime, but like that's probably like top 10 anime episodes of all time.
My favorite episode is the one where they're in the house and it's the demon who plays the drums.
Oh, that's a good one
Yeah,
as well.
and it like
Bop, bop.
that's really cool.
And it's like bop, bop.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, no, that's nice. So like they're 2 newer series. Like what else floats the boat?
Yeah.
Are you
What else floats the boat?
Yeah.
I really liked Hunter x Hunter. So
Mm,
you can see they all kind of have a theme. I like
That's
Blue
my-
Exorcist.
Hunter
Yeah.
is probably my favorite actually.
Yeah, I like Killua. He's my favorite in
Killer was a badass.
it. He's so cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I like some romantic ones too, like
Okay.
Toradora.
All right.
That's a cute one. If
I
no one's
feel
seen
that.
it, watch Toradora. It's so
Mhm.
cute. But yeah, I just mainly like dark ones. If you can kind of see that like
Yeah. Have you seen-
vibe trickling.
Have you seen Tokyo Ghoul?
I have. That's a good one too.
Mhm,
I
my
like that one
favorite.
too. Death Note is good. They're
Oh,
all good like that.
Death Note was one of the first ones. I always recommend Death Note for people that like haven't seen anime before. I feel like it's a good
Yes.
starter.
I really want to make an L role play, but it's like a
Ooh.
mukbang, and I just sit there dressed as L and I eat a bunch of sweets.
You 100% need to do that for the memes. Just
I want to do
Yeah.
it so bad.
that ASMR memes account will absolutely love you for that.
I should. It's on my bucket list of videos I need to create.
Yeah. Do you read manga as well, or is it just anime?
I used to read a lot of manga, but not so much anymore. When I did, I read a lot of Inuyasha at the
Okay.
time.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shanny knows her stuff, guys. I like it. Well, actually, I don't know if you watch Naruto, but I've got my Hypeland Itachi shirt on while we're
I
filming.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All of it.
Itachi's my boy. Have you seen Naruto?
I've seen a lot of it with my friend, but I need to actually like
Yeah.
finish it. I really liked it. Like I liked it a lot from what I watched with them, but it's just there's so much of it. I'm getting
So,
overwhelmed. I like
yeah.
don't know where to like start and end. So I'm like, ah,
Oh well.
because I've seen like the middle of it. So I need to
Oh no, you need
to
to
watch it.
you need to go back to the start. But like honestly, some of the
do.
OG Naruto stuff is classic.
It is. I like it. I really do need to because I'm very interested in it.
Just cut the
So-
filler out. There's so much filler, and there's no reason to watch it. So that'll save you a lot of time.
I'll Google it. Be like, which ones can I skip?
Well, there's there's actually a website called, I don't know if it's like Anime Filler List or something it's called, and it like goes through it all for you. Like that was my best friend when I was like watching it.
That's what I'll have to do, and then it'll be easy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's definitely the best way. Are you into like anime films, like Studio Ghibli stuff as well?
I'm obsessed. My favorite movie is Spirited Away.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get a tattoo on this shoulder of like no face.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
one day. Actually, I have a no face right here. Hold on.
Okay, let's get it.
He's holding a mask. Hold on.
Oh my god. So cute.
Isn't he cute?
Oh, look at the
He's a bank. He eats the money.
I love it.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for that 100%. I feel like I'm a Princess Mononoke guy.
So is Zach. That's his favorite one.
Yeah, that's my favorite Ghibli. But I feel like my favorite anime film is not a Ghibli film. It's Your Name. I don't know if you've seen it.
I was just gonna ask if it's Your Name because I love that film.
Oh my
so
god.
much.
Cried like for the last 45 minutes of that film straight. Like I was bawling.
I've literally seen it like 3 times, and every time I cry the same amount.
It's
so good.
I'm a sucker for romance like that, and it just hit me.
Same.
Yeah.
Then if you like romance, you need to watch Toradora. I'm telling you,
I've never watched romance anime. I always just watch like shonens. It's like
watch it.
If
you like Your Name, you'll like Toradora. It's really good.
But like the soundtrack on Your Name was so good. Like I actually got into the band after watching that film. Like I'm a proper I'm a proper J-pop stan now. Yeah.
Oh, are you? I'm a K-pop stan. I don't know if you can see all my BTS merch up there, but
I've seen some of your posts. Yeah, who's your favorite BTS member?
Jimin.
Okay, I think
he's like the most popular. That's all I was gonna say.
Because my little sister's been a big fan for a while. I think her favorite's V.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. He's actually been voted like the hottest of all K-pop members, like of any like band.
Any band.
So yeah, he's a cute guy. I should send these to you to give to your sister. I bought a bunch of their like CDs, and they send you pictures of them. Like they go into like photo booths and they take pictures. Yeah. And I think V is super cute, but my favorite's Jimin. So I should send you all the photos of V I have that they've sent me for her.
She would be overjoyed. 100%.
I'll give them to you.
It's crazy. I mean, like I don't listen to them, but like if they came on, like I mean, some of the most popular songs, like they're just vibey, right? Like just.
Oh, that's what I like about them. They just make me feel happy. Mm-hmm. So.
And they're doing more like collabs now with like, like mainstream Western artists as well, just to try and grow that reach a bit more. There was a band I seen, or was it like an artist, and I was like actually really hyped for that, but I can't remember what it was now. But it was like someone who I would like listen to anyway. Oh no, I think that's what it was. I think they're doing a collab with Coldplay, I think.
Oh, that would surprise me. I haven't like looked into any of that, but I wouldn't surprise me because they just did one with like Megan Thee Stallion, which I totally thought was random.
Yeah,
so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna come out, but I'm excited. Yeah, that'd be cool. So have you seen Weathering with You?
So good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Because that's by
I've seen everything.
That's by the same people that do Your Name.
Yeah, Your Name is still better, but Weathering with You is really good too.
Yeah, but it was like the same type of vibe, like that little romance in there, the music, and the animation in them films is just so crisp. It's so beautiful.
So good. Mm-hmm. I love it.
And then what was the one I watched? This was by another studio, Silent Voice. Have you seen that?
Yes. I was just like, why does that sound familiar? Yes, I've seen it. It didn't end kind of sad.
Oh, there's so many feels in that.
Yeah, there's so many feels in that. Yeah.
Because I
remember that.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize what it was when I went into it, but it's like the girl in it, she can't speak, right?
Yeah, she can't speak. Yeah. Oh, that one hit my heartstrings too.
Oh, because like the guy's like a proper ass at the start. And then like he realizes he is, and then he turns into a good guy, but they're like no one wants to be friends with him because of everything that happened. And it's like his journey with this girl still. It's a beautiful film. Like watch that if you're into anime. If you're just into,
it's really good too.
If you're into films, like just go for it. Yeah, I love a good cry.
I like it too. Oh, I do too.
I feel like we'd be best friends.
Oh, we should come move by me.
Oh yeah, you just sound like the other side of the world, but it's fine.
Right, it's fine.
Oh man. Yeah, and I guess kind of to to round out like the present section, I always ask creators, if there's anyone watching that's thinking about starting their own channel or in the process of starting their own channel, what tips would you give them?
I always say this, like you said earlier, I say just go for it, even though, I'm a perfectionist like that. We were talking about that because I wanted to start, like you saw, like 6 years or something before I actually started. And
Yeah.
I created a YouTube channel, never did it because I was so worried about what people would think. But in the long run and like the long scheme of things, it doesn't really matter what your peers, like your high school classmates or whatever, think about you, because you're going to build such a wonderful community and you're going to have so much fun doing it that, don't just like put your dreams on hold because you're nervous about something that probably won't even happen. And then it doesn't matter what kind of equipment you have. I didn't have the best equipment when I started either.
Mm-hmm.
And, we'll always get better. Ignore the hate comments. Everyone's going to get it. It doesn't matter if you're like literally the best ASMR artist with your first video or not. You're always going to get hate comments.
100%.
It's just delete them. Don't respond to them and don't even let them get into your head. Just keep going.
Boom. There you go. You've heard it first. Don't let your dreams be dreams. There we go.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it.
Oh, we love Shia LaBeouf. So the last section is the future. It always sounds ominous. And I kind of wanted to know, is there things that you definitely want to do in terms of, ASMR content creation that you haven't done already? Or is it kind of going to be like more of the same kind of going forward?
It's a bit of both. There's a bunch of like cosplays and stuff I've wanted to
Right.
do, but like, money wise, haven't been able to afford them. But as I like save up and I get better ones, so hopefully we'll get better equipment. It'll look, better green screen. So I just hope to keep improving is more or less where I plan to go with that.
Yeah. Great answer. I like that. Nice. Is there like in a dream, I say a dream world, I feel like you're already a big enough creator. Who would you like love to collab with? Who is like, what's the dream collab?
The dream collab. Well, all of them, literally anybody. It doesn't matter the size of your channel.
You're gonna give me
I
that nice
like
answer.
No, I'm not just saying it to be nice. Like it really doesn't matter. I love all collabs. I really, really do, to like an unhealthy amount. But I think people don't want to reach out sometimes.
Sometimes
Just
they're
reach out.
scared. Yeah.
Yeah, just reach out to me. I like collabing with everybody, all shapes and sizes, everybody. Just say hi to me.
I mean, this comes back to what I was saying before about like how you interact with all your fans and everything. But you're doing this with me, which is I'm a small creator. So to do this with you is a pleasure. But you've done other stuff like you do TingleCon and stuff like that, and everything that you're doing is just really helping the community. So kudos to you for that.
It's fun. I enjoy it. Like I said, I don't really have like a dream big collab or anything like that. I just really like doing role play. So if it's a role play, I have fun doing it.
Yeah.
So,
because what was that TingleCon experience like? Is that something that you would do again?
Yeah, it was really, I'm glad I finally did it because I've been wanting to do it for a couple of years. But every time they did TingleCon, I was literally out of town.
Right.
So like I couldn't, they would reach out to me and I'd be like, I literally, like, I'm not saying this because I don't want to do it. I'm literally not here. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Like last year I was going to host it with FamCam to like, help out. But I just literally, I couldn't do it. I think I went into labor or something. Like I was like having my other kid at the time.
Great excuse.
And I was like, sorry. But this year they asked me and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be home in this time frame. So if we can do it, because I was actually going out of town again. But I was like, if we can do it in these couple days that I'm here. And so we were able to.
Perfect.
It worked out.
Because you done that, was it a panel with it was Atlas and James, and who was the fourth?
Atlas, James, and Kat Bailey.
Oh, there you go.
All of my wonderful male model looking friends.
Yeah. They're very
yeah, aren't they? They put me on that panel and we started talking and we all turned on our cameras and I was like, I feel like I don't belong here.
No, what you mean?
They all look like they could be on the cover of Vogue.
Yeah. I had James on a couple of episodes ago and yeah, he's that guy.
They were all so nice though.
Yeah, James was really nice.
Yeah, that was like the first time I've ever talked to like Cap really or James. I had known Atlas for a while. So it was really cool to talk to them. They were all super down to earth. It was cool.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's a great thing. Like what because it's FamCam and Carol, right? Who do it?
Oh, yeah. Well, they didn't do the interview. Oh gosh, don't get mad at me. He was so nice. I can't remember his name because I've only talked to him that one time. There was a lovely gentleman who interviewed us, and he had such good questions too, just like you. He was very good.
How
So he was
lovely.
nice.
Good question. I don't know what you're talking about. Good questions. What was I going to say? Do you like, I always think like, I know they do like an online convention, but like how good would like an in real life ASMR convention, like, would you be down for that? Like,
Oh, if that was a thing, I would totally be down for it.
yeah,
I would love to do that if someone actually ever did it. That would be so cool. I know GB wanted to, but it's just there's a lot of like,
so much
little
to it.
things you got to do. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Like how
it'd
would
be
like,
cool.
would you want it to be like everyone was like super quiet or like just like a normal convention?
Probably a normal one
Yeah.
because, like I told you at the beginning, I'm so loud and I talk so fast that if someone came up to me and I wasn't like in ASMR mode, I'd be like, "Wah!" So it would just not be very relaxing.
No, I feel like that needs to happen at some point though.
Yeah,
It'd be a great
so
time.
it would be really fun.
Yeah. Um, any other like any future projects in the works that you can kind of disclose? I know some people like to keep things on the DL, wait for an announcement to come up. Is there anything you can reveal right here, right now?
I am in one collab. It's not very long. Two collabs actually that I don't know when they're going to be released though.
Right.
And then nothing really big on my channel. I had a collab planned with Cap, James, and Atlas to be like the cinematic like role play
Okay.
collab.
Yeah.
We've just all been kind of busy, but it is going to be like a Western themed video when we
All right.
finally get around to it.
Wow. I think you're gonna blow the internet up with that.
I hope so.
You're all very good at that cinematic stuff, so it'd be like a movie.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for.
And I normally ask about other forms of content, but you do streaming, you do Patreon, right?
Yeah.
And you have this gaming channel, so I feel like you're just doing it all. You're like Wonder Woman over there.
I'm starting a vlog thing too.
You're doing a
soon,
vlog
so
thing,
yeah.
and you're a mum as well with the two kids. Don't know how you do it.
I just like I have a lot of energy and I need to put it somewhere.
You got special powers. I don't know what's going on. I mean, is there anything else that you can do at that point? Like, I mean, I guess merch. Have you got a merch out or anything like that?
I do have merch out. I haven't updated it. Maybe I should. It's literally just the same things over and over again, but it's fun.
Yeah. Nothing. I don't like. I mean, I can't think of anything else. I feel like you're ticking every box at this point. You got the gaming, you got the vlog, like.
If I mean, everyone wants me to make a makeup thing too because of all the makeup I do.
Right.
Maybe one day I'll do that. The makeup community, they're very nice, but they can also scare me. So I'm a little nervous to ever merge myself into the makeup community.
I mean, I don't know, like off the top of my head, but like, what about more makeup videos, like yourself, like just like them type of things?
Yeah, that's what people want me to do. A lot of like the people who follow me who wear makeup want me to do that. I'm just like I said, the makeup community can be really nice, but there's also a lot of drama. So I'm a little afraid
Trying to stay away from that. I get it.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid to be in that community.
Yeah. And then to round out, I mean, I know you said at the start of the podcast, you've been doing this full time for like a year now, I think you said.
Yeah, a year.
Like, what are the ultimate goals of the channel for you? Like, you probably don't think that like too far ahead, but would you be happy doing this for the rest of your working life? Like, is that something that you want to do? I know I ask people, and they sometimes say, I've got aspirations elsewhere. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's kind of like a hard thing. I guess I don't really set goals because you can never predict what's going to happen
No,
or where your life's going to go.
exactly.
I mean, I dream, and my dream would be to support my husband so he can be home with the kids and not have to go to work because that's not fair. I hate that he goes to work and I'm home with them and he doesn't get to see everything that they do all day.
Yeah.
So if I could ever get to a point where he doesn't have to work like outside of the house, it would be really cool.
You're just too much of a sweetheart. I think that's what we've
Oh
got.
no.
Yeah. No, that's the title of the podcast, Shanny the Sweetheart.
No.
Are you just breaking hearts over here?
You're so nice.
If you rewind 10 seconds and you listen very closely, you can hear a million hearts just breaking in the distance.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're such a nice person.
No, you're not allowed to bring this back onto me. This is about you.
Thank you.
This is about you. No, honestly, I do mean it. And yeah. Oh, the other thing, the last thing, because I wanted to ask about your fans, but I also wanted to ask about your edit. You have an editor, right? That does your editing.
I have two. So Zach does my ASMR videos, but when I do gaming videos, I have Vestman/Cody. They're like, they work together and they do my gaming videos.
So were they fans of the channel, and that's how you found them through that?
I met them through GB.
Oh.
So Vestman and Cody do GB's videos.
Oh, so you were like, do you want another gig? And they were like, yeah.
Yes. And they were so nice to take it up. So they do all my gaming videos and stuff like that.
Oh, that must be great. Like, it takes like, a lot of pressure off and stuff.
They're so good. Like they literally do everything. Like they'll download my vlogs. They won't ask me they just do it and it's amazing. And then they just give it to me. They upload it to my YouTube channel. Don't ask me any questions. They title it. They put the keywords in there. All of it.
They know the vibes.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. They're
that's
amazing.
What you worry
Everyone
about.
say hi to them.
Or I would like assume. I mean, I haven't done it. I haven't looked into anything like that myself because I'm just so small. But like I would imagine, when you think about doing stuff like that, you're like, oh, I've got time to do this, and I like it done this way, and like. You got it all done for you, and they know what they're doing.
It was so cool. Yeah, they literally knew it all from the beginning. And he was like, if you add me here, I can upload it and do everything for you and post it. And I was like,
yeah.
So I did it, and he does it all for me.
But especially like, because obviously like you've got to give them rights and access to stuff. And obviously that can be quite nerve-wracking, right? Because you need to put your trust in this person. But when you know that they do it for GB, it's like you don't even need to worry.
Yeah, I'm also probably an unhealthy amount of trusting in people.
Right.
And until they like do something to make me not trust them. So I was more or less like, here.
Yeah. You're just happy about it.
Yeah, I was like, thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, I think it's in good hands. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see anyway. We'll just cut to like a year later, and actually they've embedded themselves in like 50 different like top ASMR channels, and now they own everyone.
And now they're just like the richest editors on the planet. They should be, though. They're so talented. They deserve it.
So many talented people. But yeah, that is where we're going to end it for today, guys. I do want to take this moment to thank Shanny for not only coming on, but taking the time out of her day to do this with me. Like I said, it really means a lot to a smaller channel. And, this podcast wouldn't exist without amazing creators like you. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun. Sorry I went off on so many tangents.
That's what we love. That's what we love. It makes me better as a host as well, because then I'm going to be like, where were we? But no, I loved it. I loved every second of it, 100%. And if you're still watching or listening, and you maybe weren't familiar with Shanny before this podcast, it's highly unlikely, but please check out the video description and the pinned comment, because it'll have the links to her channel, and all her social media pages, second channel, gaming channel, vlog channel, stream channel, every channel. She's basically like full cable TV at this point. Yeah, it'll have the links to all that good stuff basically down below. And if you did enjoy this podcast and you want to see more, I do this every single week with a different creator. So the best ways to help me are to like the video, comment down below what you thought of the video. If you've got any questions for me or Shanny, please leave them down below as well. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, because I do this every week, like I just said, and I also upload a new normal ASMR video every single week as well. And click that bell icon and select all, so you don't miss out every time a new podcast episode goes live and every time a new ASMR video goes live as well. And if I haven't mentioned it already, or as you can probably see on your screen, this podcast is also available in audio-only form on all your favorite podcasting platforms, including Spotify and Apple Podcasts. The YouTube video for this will be live on a Wednesday, and the audio version of it will be live the following Tuesday. So if you prefer that and you're a bit more on the go and you can't, physically watch a video, that'll be your best friend, basically. But yeah, this has been the Wiretap Whisper Podcast, episode 23 with ASMR Shanny. You've all been beautiful, and so Shanny. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.